Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am here in today's video to do a 500 subscriber Q&A session. If you remember, on my 500 subscriber giveaway video, I asked if anyone just had any questions for me to just type them in the comments, and at one point I would go and do my best to answer them, and that's what I'm here to do today. So by no means do I have any special information, or do I feel like I'm incredibly knowledgeable about a lot of stuff related to YouTube or creating a channel, but I can give you my experiences and my best answers from just what I've been through as a person who started my channel about a year ago. Well, that's not true. My channel's actually been active for a long time, but actually posting baseball content for about a year. I can kind of share what I know, and maybe it can be a service for some of you all who are just looking for some advice and tips. Not that what I'm doing is really even that great compared to what some other people are doing, because there's some absolutely amazing people out there. So anyway, I've got a little list of comments here that I copied down off of my YouTube video, and we'll just kind of go in order. I'll do my best to be brief because this could get kind of long, but I'll do my best to hit all of them. The first comment that I saw was from David Couture. He said, when you go out looking for cards, how far do you search? So when I do my baseball card search videos, I usually have a game plan. Like going into it, I'll say, hey, I'm going to go to this town, and I kind of know what's in that area. Like, I don't usually go into areas just completely blind. I'll just kind of search what they have in the area, and I'll kind of have a game plan. So most of my trips are like an hour away at the most. Every once in a while, there might be a special one, like if I go down towards my brother's house, that's a little bit closer to 2 hours away. But most of them are like an hour there, an hour back. And that's kind of how I do it. I don't want to drive more than that. It's just too many miles, and it takes too much time. So I go about an hour. That's about my max. Hustle Forward Dream asked me, how much time do you devote to your channel, and do you have a set schedule? I wish that I did, but I don't. I just try to squeeze them in wherever I can, to be honest. I try to film my videos or record stuff whenever my wife is either at work, or if she's out doing something with some of her friends, or just whenever I can find an opportunity. I don't try to do too much when she's here, because I want to spend a lot of time with her and my puppy. So I just try to squeeze it in there wherever I can. I don't have a set schedule, like where I say Monday I'm going to do this, Tuesday I'm going to do this, Wednesday I'm going to do this. Here lately I've been trying to do a lot of it on the weekends when I find time, and then just film a lot on the weekends and upload it as private videos, and then just schedule them to be released. I wish I had kind of a set schedule and I could do that, but it's just too tough and too crazy right now with all of quote unquote real life going on to find a set schedule. So basically what you see is what I do. I don't have a lot of fancy editing stuff. I use that free InShot program, and I make those thumbnails on PhotoJet, which is a free program, and those maybe take an extra 30 minutes or so. So honestly, the hardest part, or the longest part, is just uploading the videos from my phone, because my phone's not very fast. Late Night Breaks, the man who won my 500 subscriber giveaway, said, how has being in education helped you in the card hobby? So being in education, it's helped me be comfortable talking in front of a camera, in front of people. It doesn't really bother me. Like, obviously, I know some people would don't post videos, or they don't have a channel because they would be afraid to talk to people, or afraid that they're going to look silly on camera. I mean, I look silly every single day at my job, and doing it on camera, that's not that much bigger of a deal. So it's definitely helped with that. It helps that I have a reliable income, where I know it's always going to be the same amount every month. I can kind of set it out where I know, okay, this is going to be my income. This is what I have as far as a budget. It helps that my schedule's pretty set, where I know for the most part that I will always have these days off. I'm going to start work, at a certain time. I'm going to usually get off work at about the same time. So it definitely kind of helps have a set schedule, and you have a set budget, and it kind of gives me some advantages there. As far as other stuff, I don't know if there's really a whole lot of advantages to it, but those are some things I thought of. Kevin McLeod, who I've done quite a few trades with, and he seems like a really nice guy as well. My favorite card of all time, even if it's a card I don't have. I don't know if I have like a set favorite. My favorite set of all time is 1987 Topps, because that was the very first set when I very first got into collecting as a little kid was the 1987 top set with the wood grain border on the cards. That's my favorite set. As far as cards, I don't think I really have like a set card that's my #1 favorite card. I don't know. It was just always the 1987 set. It just really clicks for me. A favorite card in my collection. This is from Will's Cards. The favorite card in my collection. I don't know if I have a set favorite card. I really, if you haven't watched, go look through my channel. The 2011 Mike Trout I found on Facebook is one of my favorites. I don't have it here now. This card was probably my favorite as a kid, and it's not worth maybe $1 today. This is from the Platinum Power insert from Upper Deck SP. And if I can look at the back here, maybe 1993. Yeah, 1993 Upper Deck SP. Juan Gonzalez was one of my favorite guys to collect as a kid. And I put this card in a sleeve. You can see how old, or sleeve and a top loader, way back in the 90s, and it has been in there ever since. This card has been in here for 25 years or so. This was one of my favorite cards. It was die cut. It said platinum. It had the foil. It was from SP, which was like the top of the line release back in the day. I pulled this out of a pack from a baseball card show or store in my area that's not even around anymore. Back before the hobby just absolutely crashed. So this was my favorite card. Another one that I have that's one of my favorites is this one. Look, it's still in a screw down case. Dan Marino rookie card. I loved the Miami Dolphins as a kid. And Dan Marino, I just like their color scheme. The teal and the aqua green and the orange was just my favorite color scheme of all the football teams. And so I got this Dan Marino at a card show. My dad bought it for me in the mid-90s, and I've never taken it out. I really need to get it graded just to preserve it better than this. Even though it's obviously horribly off-centered and it's not going to grade like well at all, I don't really care. Just to at least have it preserved. So those are some of the favorite cards in my collection. Old school cards. Let me see. The next one is from Card Cash, who I've done some trades with before. He says, you seem to have a lot of knowledge on your channel. Where did you get your baseball knowledge? And then what about your logo? I don't know if I have a lot of baseball knowledge, but what I have comes from watching ESPN and watching baseball all the time as a kid, playing baseball games on Super Nintendo and actually even regular Nintendo, Super Nintendo, PlayStation growing up, and just watching baseball a lot. That's where it comes from. I played in high school. I didn't play in college or anything. I coached some while I was in college at the high school level a little bit, and some of it comes from that, but a lot of it just comes from watching baseball a lot as a kid and growing up. What else was the second part? My logo, is that a Dallas Cowboys star? It is not. Like, if you look at my logo, a long time ago, before I started making baseball content, I was going to do video game, like Call of Duty videos, and I made the little star. I don't even know why. It was easy for me to make on on Microsoft Paint. And I have, my logo has RD and then 14, which is like part of my PS3 username, my PlayStation profile username. And so it was short for like my name that I use on PlayStation. And I don't even know what the star is there for, because it was just an easy shape for me to make. It was already on the Microsoft Paint. I don't even like the Dallas Cowboys. So no, it is not a Dallas Cowboys star, and I definitely need to fix that logo because it's really not up to date. Okay, 316 Slugger. The first card that you got that made you excited to collect, kind of mentioned that earlier, probably the first thing that's really got me excited to collect was the 1987 top set. And then, I didn't even think of this, like 1987 and 1988, the sticker books. Like you see the sticker books now in Walmart. That's like the only thing left in Walmarts and Targets that no one buys. There were sticker books back in the late 80s, and I still have them. I wish I would have brought them up here. They're downstairs. I forgot all about them. It was really those sticker books. We would try to complete them all. I'd work together with my brother, my mom, my grandma, and they even had a program where if you had like extra stickers that like duplicates, you could like mail in 10 duplicates for like the 1 or 2 that you needed. You could like trade, 10 duplicates for 1 or 5. I don't even know the exchange rate. But those duplicates, we'd send them in through the mail, snail mail, and then they'd send you back the 1 or 2 stickers you could never get because you had all these duplicates piled up when there's only like 2 stickers you needed to complete the whole book. And probably that was, those were some of the first cards that I really, really enjoyed that got me into collecting. Brian Miller asked, what's the hardest thing about starting up your channel? To be honest, Brian, the hardest part is just actually doing it, because a lot of times I think about, oh yeah, I should do this for video games. I should do this for this. I should start my channel. I bet people would watch for this. But you never actually do it. The hardest part is just getting it out there and actually just starting. And once you get it started, you can find what you're good at. You can kind of find what you're comfortable with, and then you can make it roll from there. So the hardest part for me is just getting it started. And then once I got it started, I mean, I was going to buy cards anyway, and I was going to open them up anyway. So it was just a matter of figuring out how to record it and how to upload it. And in my case, buying a little tripod or a camera stand to film it. But that was the hardest part for me, just actually getting the thing started and getting the ball rolling. Okay, Kyle's Cards, one of my favorite guys who I won one of his giveaways. I've mentioned quite a bit on my channel lately. Kyle from Kyle's Cards says, what is your most prized vintage card from the 1970s or earlier? And that's kind of a tough one, Kyle, because I don't really have a lot of cards. Like I said, I started collecting in 1987. I did pull a few of them, though. These are all cards that I've found within like the last year. So this one I got at a card show, 1957, Eddie Matthews. Somebody put a letter R on there thinking it was his rookie card, which I'm not sure. I don't think it is. That I got at a card show. Some of my other, just to be honest, my favorite kind of older cards are just some of these that I've gone through the mail autographs. Al Kaline, rest in peace to Al Kaline. This Andre Dawson, his signature is just so good. One of my earliest baseball card videos is the Andre Dawson through the mail and the Al Kaline through the mail autograph, and this one as well, Goose Gossage. I've found these cards off of Facebook. I bought like a set of these, not even a set. I bought these cards off of Facebook from a guy that was selling them, and then I just sent them through the mail. Another one that I found that I really kind of like, I don't really like, or have a particular affinity to Don Drysdale, but this is a 1960 Topps PSA 4 of Don Drysdale. That's my oldest card that I own, but I really don't have a lot. I probably have less than 50, definitely for sure, cards from the 70s or earlier. Let's see, next, John, your favorite player as a kid to collect? Definitely Juan Gonzalez, man. We'd bring our baseball cards into school, and before school or at lunch, we'd have our little binders, not the big ones, but like they had those smaller binders, and we try to trade him or we just show off our cards. Juan Gonzalez, I had the most of him. Griffey was a close second, but Juan Gonzalez was definitely number one. Mike Levinson asks, what's my best pull? I buy a lot of retail, so I don't get a lot of crazy hits. I don't have like the biggest budget, so I can't like go out and do like what Phil Hughes can do and buy these $1,000 and $1,000 boxes and pull these amazing one-to-one superfractor, all the stuff that he does, which obviously that's the same boat for a lot of you. Some of my most recent best hits I've shown on my channel before. I was not recording when I opened this out of a Walgreens Series 2 hanger box. This Mike Trout, that is a 1 of 1 on the back. I don't know if I can get that to focus there, but it's a 1 of 1. They're kind of focused, I apologize, but you can tell. Just trust me, it's a 1 of 1 Mike Trout Player of the Decade card. I think is a really cool pull. I pulled the Jason Dominguez, the yellow or gold parallel out of 75, first Bowman Chrome out of 75. That could end up being my best pull. You never really know right now. Here's one that I've never shown on my channel. This might be my best pull from back in the day. This is a Yu Darvish rookie card from when he was on the Texas Rangers, the Bowman paper. This is 2012 Yu Darvish. These were randomly inserted into retail blaster boxes, and they're not even numbered because this was really before there was a lot of numbering on cards. But these I think are really, really hard to pull, and this might be my best pull, and especially with the year he's having right now, it's actually probably getting pretty increased in value compared to what it used to be. So that might be one of my best pulls as well. So other than that, let's see, I've got a few more on the front here, and then this will wrap it up. I know this is getting close to 15 minutes here. My man Tommy from Tommy's Breaks, I just purchased into one of his breaks last week. What hurdles have you overcome in your journey to 500 subscribers, and what lessons have you taken away? Hurdles, there was a while there where I kind of worried that my channel wasn't getting a lot of views right when the pandemic started. I'm like, oh man, I'm going to have all this time to do stuff because I was at home and wasn't able to go to work. And then my videos weren't really getting a lot of views, and I kind of got down. I think some hurdles are just people worrying about their views and worrying about how many people are watching. As long as you keep just doing what you want to do for fun, keep putting out the content that you like, keeping a positive attitude about your channel is always always a priority. If you're not doing it for fun, if this becomes a job or something that you're really putting a lot of pressure on yourself for, it's not worth it, and you need to find a way to refresh it. What lessons have you taken away? The lessons I've taken away is to just be consistent in your content, be authentic. Like, this is who I am. I'm not trying to be anybody I'm not. Not trying to act like I'm the best at this, or even I have the biggest budget, or I have the best cards, or even the greatest content. Just be who you are and do your thing, whatever you're comfortable with. And the people that watch your channel, whether it's 50 or whether it's 500 or whether it's 5 million, the people that join your community and interact with you are really what counts. It's not a specific set number of subscribers or view counts. It's the people that you meet and interact with. That's what's really important, at least to me. Body in Beta said, what about budgets? Do you set a budget for your pack purchases, and do I sell my cards to make money for my new purchases? I don't really sell a lot of cards. I've sold a few on eBay, but not a lot. Not enough to continually bring in money to fund other purchases. Normally, if I go to a card show or if I'm going on a road trip, I kind of just know in my head, hey, I'll be willing to spend up to $50, or it's usually about $80 or $90. If I get above $80 or $90 on any trip or on any baseball card show, I'm really starting to push the limits. I don't know about you guys, but I just get a feeling in my gut like, ooh, I'm starting to spend too much money. This is probably not good. And that's just me. I mean, I know I've been to card shows and I see guys drop like $700, $800 just like this. Or I go to the baseball card store and they just buy a couple boxes of this and this and this and these hobby boxes that are like $200 and $300 a piece. And if you can do that, more power to you. And I mean, that's a world that I'm not living in, and I'm not exactly as comfortable doing stuff like that. But it's just whatever you're comfortable with and what you can afford. You should never be putting yourself at a position where you are having to feel uncomfortable about making purchases or having to scrounge up money. So I usually go $50 to $80, and that's about it. Every once in a while I might go higher than that if there's something super special, but I can't even remember the last time I've gone over the $100 amount on any type of purchase. So I don't know if I ever have, to be honest. The next one, Christopher Hasten says, what card will be the next 2011 Mike Trout? I don't know if we'll have one. I mean, the 2011 Mike Trout was so under the radar because the hobby really hadn't taken off since then, and now it's exploded and Trout has exploded, and so that card is like everyone's trying to flock to it and find it. And the people who probably have it are like 18, 19, 20-year-old kids who got it as a teenager who have it just stuffed away somewhere. Not really too many people have it that really intended to keep it and hang on to it forever. I don't know. I think I responded to this comment. I could see maybe the Acuna bat down, maybe since it's very short printed. The Juan Soto update card, US 300. Maybe if Soto continues his ascent and just keeps building off of what he started so far, it may be a player that we don't know yet. It may take another crash in the hobby and then a situation where not as many people are buying cards, because right now everyone's buying everything so fast and hanging on to it that I don't know if we'll ever get to another Mike Trout. Mike Trout might be a once-in-a-lifetime player too. I mean, like Mickey Mantle in the 50s and 60s, Mike Trout might be it for a while. We don't know. So those would be my guesses, but you never know. CNL Sports Cards, how do you make your channel get noticed by more people? I would say be consistent. Like if you're going to post videos, if you post 2 or 3 videos a week, just try to stick to it. You don't want to post 5 videos one week and then take 3 weeks off. That kind of, hurts some of your momentum. Another thing is to, I tried to make your titles kind of very broad, right? When you make your titles of your videos very specific, it's only going to catch a specific number of people who are searching for it, right? And so if you make it something really broad, like searching for baseball cards, or buying baseball cards at Target, or baseball card personal collection, something that's gonna bring in a lot of search results, right? And you can even put, if you go into your videos and go into the options, you can go in the YouTube Creator Studio to the tags, and you can put just general tags and like the most broad terms you could come up with, like baseball cards or baseball card opening or baseball card search. Just put in really broad terms. If you're very specific and you say 2020 Allen and Ginter retail pack opening, I mean, that's fine, but it's only going to bring in people who are specifically looking for Allen and Ginter. And so you're kind of narrowing your search results, because most people that watch your videos, at least I think, are people that just randomly find it from being, recommended on the side of the page. And so try to use just general terms. This very, very specific ones will work for a very specific population, but if you're trying to bring in a lot of people to your channel, sometimes it's better to kind of use just a broader thing like baseball card search or retail baseball card hunt, or looking. Some of my videos that have the most views from way back when I didn't have a lot of subscribers were just like looking for baseball cards at Big Lots, and I'm like, those cards were horrible. My video wasn't good at all, but if people search for Big Lots baseball cards, there weren't many videos out there for it, and so it went to mine. So those videos have like almost 1,000 views, even though they're kind of trash videos. So anyway, that would be another hint, I would say, and just stick with it. Another thing you can do is comment on other people's videos, subscribe to other people. If other people see that you're active in their channel, they'll usually reciprocate and be active in your channel. I've had a lot of people that have shown interest in my channel just because I watch their videos and I comment on their videos. If all you do is make videos and you don't ever watch anyone else's and respond to anyone else's comments, you're not really bringing in as many people. Another thing you can do, I've personally never done this, you can like pay to subscribe or pay to get people to come to your channel. Like if you go to Jabs and like go to Jabs Family and you do a super chat or something, which I feel like that's kind of like putting a billboard out there, like you see billboards on the highway. I've thought about doing it. I never have personally done that quite yet, but that's something you can do that will definitely get people to look at your channel and will definitely get some subs. But I know not everyone has the financial resources to put money out there to promote their channel. The last one is, what do you like to do in your free time? I like to spend time with my wife. I like to just relax, to be honest, relax and do nothing. Play PlayStation some, but I haven't really been able to touch it in a while. I used to play MLB The Show, Call of Duty. I like to play golf whenever the weather's nice and whenever I can get out there, although I'm not that great. And I just like to relax and watch sports, fantasy sports. And to be honest, that's about it. I'm pretty easygoing type of lifestyle. I don't get involved in too much fancy stuff. So this is at 22 minutes. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much. One more time, I appreciate every one of you who has subscribed to my channel, watched it. If you put thumbs up or thumbs down, or don't leave a comment, or even if you do, thank you so much. I'm going to keep doing the best I can to put content out there for you guys. If you have any other questions you'd like to ask me, feel free to throw it in the comments. I may do these every once in a while whenever people need some questions answered. I don't have any problem sitting in front of the camera here and answering any questions that you all have asked me. So starting to get twisted with my words here, so I better stop this. Thank you so much again for watching. I appreciate all of your support and all of your love that you've given so far. The kind words just really make me feel great whenever you leave positive feedback on my channel. So one more time, thank you again. I hope you have a great day out there, great weekend, great night, whatever this is when you're watching this. And I will catch you all in another video, guys. We'll see you.